Come in.
Come in.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sirs.
Good afternoon. Have your seat, Divya.
Thank you, sir.
Introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Divya Shakti and I belong basically from Muzaffarpur in Bihar. Currently staying in Betia, that's in West Champaran district in Bihar. I have done my dual degree from BITS Pilani, which included BE in computer science and masters in economics. Thereafter, I worked with an American investment bank for 2 years before starting my preparation for UPSC.
So what are you doing right now?
Currently, I'm only preparing for the exam, sir.
Okay, Divya, you have opted only for 5 kinds of jobs.
Yes, sir.
Why not other jobs?
Sir, all the jobs I believe have unique opportunities that they offer. But sir, when I quit the job with my limited knowledge and understanding of all the jobs that are offered, I found that the jobs that I have opted for would be better. I would be more interested in them.
If let's say you fail to clear this exam finally, what is your plan B?
Sir, currently I don't have any plan B. I'll reappear for my another attempt.
Let's say if you exhaust all the attempts and still you fail to clear.
Sir, I'll think about it then.
Okay, you don't have a ready-made plan B.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as a master of economics, do you understand that the present policy stand of the RBI for last couple of years is moving the right direction?
Yes, sir. I believe RBI in the current situation of slowing economy is not only using the conventional measures but also certain non-conventional measures to boost the economy and provide a boost to the demand in the economy.
Which are the non-conventional measures they are using?
Sir, some of the non-conventional measures that come to my mind right now are Operation Twist. Currently it has announced long-term repo operations, and these are the two that.
What is Operation Twist?
Sir, Operation Twist is an operation in which RBI performs selling and purchasing of instruments. The only difference is in the term of the security that is being purchased and sold. So currently, RBI has purchased long-term securities and has sold short-term securities.
How it will impact the working of banks? Let's say I'm RBI, I'm purchasing long-term securities and offering cash for long-term period to banks and selling them short-term securities and taking back cash for short-term period.
Sir, its impact is twofold. First of all, the amount sold and the amount purchased remain same, so the net liquidity in the market is not affected. Also, sir, the price of any instrument is inversely related to the yield. So, suppose if the government is buying long-term securities, its price will increase and the yield will decrease, which will provide long-term loans available at lesser interest rate.
It appears that it is being done basically to induce investors to move their money away from the bond market to the share market. If yield declines in the debt market, the investors have no choice, mutual funds and other companies, but to move their fund away from debt security market into the share market.
Sir, I need to go back and look at this, the exact thing that you are mentioning.
Okay. What is liquidity trap?
So liquidity trap refers to a condition in which the inflation and both the inflation and the growth rate, the inflation remains high and the growth remains very low. So it forms a kind of trap where it's very difficult to boost the demand. It is called liquidity trap.
How Keynes explained liquidity trap in terms of rate of interest and supply of cash, that is supply of money?
Sir, can I take 2 minutes to think? Sir, I fail to recollect the exact.
When supply of money is increased in a normal condition, given a particular demand for cash, which is constant, and you are increasing supply of cash, natural corollary is that interest rate should decline.
Yes, sir.
But the trap is that even if supply is being increased, the rate of interest remains stably high.
Okay, sir.
It's a trap.
Yes, sir.
Because people develop money holding urge.
Yes, sir.
RBI is reducing rate of interest for last couple of years, but the RBI's report itself says that interest rate is declining and investment is still declining, which is abnormal. Normal is that if interest rate is reduced, investment rate should increase. Now, interest rate is declining and investment is also declining. Do you think our economy is either into the liquidity trap or is close to, on the brink of liquidity trap?
Sir, I'm not sure if it is close to the liquidity trap, but there are various factors that are contributing to a non-increase in investment despite a decline in the interest rate. One of the reasons, sir, prominent reasons is the situation of the banks where NPAs were high, and the banks were in a mode where they are not willing to very aggressively lend funds to the market.
Why?
Sir, because there is a double balance sheet problem, as it was mentioned by the economic survey, where the lenders and the debtors both have their balance sheet in a slightly poor state. The companies which had already taken the funds are not able to repay their loans, which is stressing the balance sheet of the banks, and they are not able to release new funds in the market.
Banks are in tight liquidity condition.
I think so, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good.
So, student of geography, right? Look, and belong to Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Look, 2019 Southwest monsoon season. Just before Southwest monsoon season, there was Muzaffarpur syndrome, right? And just after or during what Southwest monsoon, there was Patna flood. My first question is what? Why after what onset of Southwest monsoon, suddenly Muzaffarpur syndrome has vanished? What was the reason?
So the research for the exact reason causing the onset of the acute encephalitis syndrome and its decline is not known, but it has been said that there are three factors, 3Gs as they have been called, affect the condition of AES in Muzaffarpur. So Garmi is one of the 3Gs, and it is seen, a general trend is seen that when rainfall, the first showers are received, the disease it generally decreases.
Why Patna in particular targeted by Southwest monsoon for devastating flood? Why?
Sir, floods are part of a natural cycle of monsoon, and it is not that just Patna was affected. So the urban flood, which is an upcoming situation, particularly caused...
I'm talking about devastating flood, not talking about flood. So I'm talking about devastating flood was a disastrous. Flood is normal case, is not disastrous, not devastating. So what is the basic reason? What is specific reason for occurrence of flood, devastating flood in Patna itself?
Sir, in my opinion, as far as I can recall, the reason was that the drains were not very clear, and since it's an urban area...
It was also last year. It was not new. Drain was not clear in 2018, but there was no flood.
Sir,
not devastating flood.
Sir, I think I need to go back and look at it.
What is the concept of heat island? Do you consider across Bihar, the most important heat island is Patna itself?
Sir, Patna is the most urbanized place in Bihar. So heat island effect is most prominent over there due to the concretization.
Okay, second thing is what? Southwest monsoon stay for more than 1 week in Patna itself. So what is the concept of pressure gradient responsible for attracting Southwest monsoon in Patna itself? Why not Southwest monsoon move ahead? Why accumulated in what Patna itself? The normal course is going to move actually western part of India.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am not sure. I think I'll need to go back and look at it.
Look, we are experiencing two type of revolution. One is called a green revolution and the second called industrial revolution. Industrial revolution is the fourth one and the green revolution is second one. My question is what? First green revolution was not green and not revolution at all. Do you consider this as a true fact? Or this is a what? Largely true?
Sir,
it was not green and it was not revolution. And that's why we need second green revolution.
Sir, the first green revolution was successful and it definitely increased the total grain production in India.
My question is why not it was green? Do you consider first green revolution was green?
Sir,
eco-friendly?
Sir, if we consider the environmental impacts of the first green revolution, the measures turned out to be a little short-sighted in the sense that the irrigation through tube wells was promoted in certain states.
Okay, second green revolution having wide prospect in Bihar because second green revolution based on dryland farming as well as wetland farming. My question is what are the districts of Bihar is important for wetland farming, and what are the districts of Bihar important for dryland farming?
Sir, the northern Bihar, the northern plains in the Bihar are suitable for wetland farming, especially.
No, whole western part of Bihar is dry, including your mother district. That is called what? Saran. Saran up to what? Western part of West Champaran, that is drought prone area, right? So whole western part, whole eastern part is what? Wetland. Okay, my next question is what? A Kisan Chachi from Muzaffarpur is worldwide famous. Do you know who is Kisan Chachi?
No, sir, I don't know about
You
that.
must know. Look, your hobby is what? Mithila painting. So we use Mithila painting in that area in Gidhari and Matkor. What is Gidhari? What is Matkor?
Sir, Matkor is basically Mati Korna, which is a process during the wedding ceremony where we go to a land and we dig it, and then we use the Mati for the other purposes.
So Mithila painting we use during marriage ceremony.
Yes, sir.
So what particular place we choose for painting of Mithila painting in a home itself?
Sir, it is the new room in which the bride and the groom are going to stay. We use that room for
What
painting.
particular color we use at that time? Color?
Sir, I think we use red or gear color to
Geru color.
gear. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Divya,
Yes, sir.
you did your BTech in computer science.
Yes, sir.
So how is your IT industry doing at present time? Are they doing very well?
Sir, industry is doing well. However, its rate of increase is slightly decreasing than the initial boom that we saw.
So how we export IT products per year?
Sir, the exact figure, sir,
Around.
I can't
Okay.
recall the exact.
We are doing very well in our IT field, but we are still unable to develop any browser, any operating software. Why we are unable to develop these kind of social media platforms? What do you think?
Sir, in my opinion, our IT industry was developed in a way to service the demands of the country MNCs. And the focus initially was less on research and developing new IPRs. However, currently new startups are coming up which are trying to design their own products. So, sir, the initial focus on servicing and creating jobs as per the MNC requirement, it can be a reason for this.
So tell me some indigenous operating system, Indian operating system that our IT industry develop. Do you know any name? Any OS?
Sir, indigenous? No, sir.
Any browser?
Browser?
Yeah.
Sir, I'm not able to recall any browser also right now.
Okay. Last year there is a movement in France, Yellow Vest movement. Are you aware about that?
Yes, sir.
Please tell me.
Sir, Yellow Vest movement was a movement in France and it was seen as a response to increasing unemployment and decreasing social...
Is it against employment or unemployment?
Sorry, sir?
It was against employment or unemployment?
So it was against unemployment prevailing there.
Okay. What do you understand by gender issue?
Sir, there are many manifestations of gender issues. It can be seen in economic, political and social terms. For example, sir, there exists a gender disparity in the economic participation of women, in the political participation, and also in the daily social phenomenon that we face. For example, the share in decision making in a home, their gender rights, etc.
So gender busting is also a gender issue.
Sorry, sir?
Gender busting is also a gender issue.
Sir, gender budgeting is a response to the gender issues that our society faces.
Okay. We have the two schedule, 5th schedule and 6th schedule in our constitution. So what is the 5th schedule?
Sir, I fail to recall the exact schedule provision.
Okay. Not I'm asking exact provision. Just tell me where it is applicable.
Sir, I need to go back and look at it.
Okay. My last question is, how does patriarchy affect the man?
Sir, patriarchy affects both the pillars of the society, females and males also. In my opinion, it affects males by putting undue pressure on the male to run the family to bear the burden of all the financial constraints that a family is facing. It sometimes also results in a frustration in females when they are not able to be seen to fulfill their responsibilities by the family and the society, which can have many effects on them, on their mental health as well.
Okay, thank you, Divya.
Thank you, sir.